Hey guys, it will be a guide to my new build for bossing. On forum Templar you can see the first one, the last post. There's it. You can see you have in details everything. If you want, just click here, and you can build easy. Of course you have also pop. We have in this scenario we have for sure over 4 million DPS. You have also in pop import mechanics, Pinnacle bosses and gameplay, but as you can see it isn't everything from guide. So if you want every details, please read this. Also, if you wanna or looking map builds, you can check my other builds. This is all Spark of Nova, but totems, traps, and mines. So prefer your style and enjoy. Also, this build is only for bossing, not for mapping, okay? Because I don't have Grace Aura, Determination, Average Defense, Life, Load Armor, etc. Also, the main point is that guide this build had to be cheap. Okay, I think for the start it's okay. Is all. Let's start. Statistic. The most important. Blocks per damage 80%. Resistance over, I suggest put over 80 to 90, because if you got elemental weakness from this soul mantle, then you can hard a bit. Also we have cannot be stunned, immune to shock. Also corrupted blood cannot be inflict on you. As you can you see, I have just 2.5k life, so it's average, but it's enough to alive, because this build isn't burst damage like Ice Trap. Maybe you saw any builds of the kite. Scorching Ray needs to ramping up, so if you put this Scorching Ray, you need a few seconds to ramping up and destroy the boss. So then we have to alive a moment. Let's do the passive tree. We starting here. There we have life, resistance, and damage. We have to down this path. Life R5, life damage, very useful to this on Wavering Stance. It's very important, because if we got stunned on Pinnacle bosses, we are dead practically. Here we have Icon Surge. Increased effect is very nice if you from synergy of this Arcane Blessing. Also mana retention to activate all aura, damage, block chance, damage, block chance, damage. Yeah, is the much damage. Also a cluster jewels. We have this, if you see, this one is very important. Normally you have Mind Over Matter, but it's not for us. Don't play this if you don't have this jewel. But if you put this, you have this. inner configuration. 3% more spell damage per charge. We play with 4 power charge, so it's nice. Also per 10 devotion we have increased damage and decreased totem damage in a Seeker, so it's very nice scaling. Here we have, of course, damage. Fire damage over time multiplier is very strong to scaling damage. Here, and 2 joules you need 3% chance to block spell damage while holding a shield to get this, like I said, 80% block spell damage. There you have cluster joule, one large to medium. Damage, it's most damage practically, not zero defense, but it's nice. Totem life, totem duration can be helpful sometimes. Also this damage, totem damage, fire damage over time, and also very important good scaling for additional curse on us. When we got from Soul Mantle we got 3 damage, so it's fine. Okay, from passive tree I think it's all. Well, if you can tell how I have 80% of block spell damage, because max is 75. Then you have 3% here and mastery 2%, so it's nice. Also here you have not only block spell damage, but also spell damage to scaling our damage for Scorching, so it's very nice too. Ascendancy is very standard for Totem build. Totem duration, Pulse of Fate, damage from Totem, Endurance power charge, Arcane Blessing to get a free Arcane Surge. But if you see, I have in Cluster Jewel, I have this. Gain Arcane Surge when you summon Totem, so you don't have to wait when your Totem hit enemy spell, like we send this line. But you can see, you summon Totem, you get free Arcane Surge. Also, this Surge, Arcane Surge is increased effect by this, so it's very nice. Okay, let's do items. Scepter with damage, fire damage over time multiplier is very strong, like this. Here, very strong, better damage scaling does than fire damage standard. So it's damage. Here you have armor, but the most important is socket gems have increased elevation efficiency, so you put main aura, the most expensive. You see, I have just left with over 100 mana, but it's enough. But you need this mode because other way you can't activate all aura. So here we have Soul Mantle, standard for Totem, to get spell Totem free, like 7 link. Glossy, Life, Resistance. Boots is very funny and curious about this build, because of course elemental resistance is is always good, but you can apply an additional curse. So in standard you can on enemy apply just 1 curse, but with that, like you see, I play Flame Ability and Elemental Weakness, So the elemental, so the fire resistance with these two summary together is ridiculous on enemy. You can also in pop see the damage of this if you unchecked this or both. You can see how damage is increased. So this is two very most important. Even you would have low gear or not too much currency, still you have very nice damage from this. Helm, life, resistance and mana efficient skills is very good also. On implicit mode or explicit is enough. You can also have implicit together in implicit also implicit and explicit, but it's very expensive, so it's not worth. Also we have just belt, Stygian Vice to get with Abyssal Jewel. In belt like life resist, you have, if you want, attributes. Here we have Kazaru to reduce the effect from curses from this. Also the other stats is very helpful, nice, so it's nice ring. Other second ring, life, attributes, resistance, standard, and amulet for maximizing damage plus 2 level of Scorching Ray gem. Also we have Surveillance Anoint to get up it, increase damage taken to enemies near it if you put totems near the enemy. It's very good also. And that's all. Now Flask. I like this Brute of the Karoi. Is pretty nice. You play just 3 flask, 3 life flask for panic button, 2 life, Sorrow Flask for increase when Scorching Ray ramping up. You can just click and you have increased damage. And Rena Life is nice, reduce effects per course from course, okay. Also standard Quicksilver for movement speed, for mechanics, or avoid attacks. Gems, I think the most important, the most you were waiting. So, Wall Haste for movement speed is nice, for avoid attacks. Symphonic Trap for regenerate life is just free. You can just throw. Righteous Fire for boost damage to totems. Main Aura, Malevolence, 0-3 and Purity of Fire. These two are offensive style, but Purity of Fire we need for maximum fire to mitigate the regen from Righteous Fire. Yeah, I got Righteous Fire. Like we see, life is not the regen, so it's nice. Also additional fire rest over 40% is nice too. When you see, we have Fire Mercenary, regenerate life per second for each uncapped, so it gives us over 40 life per second for free. Now the main setup: Scorching Ray, 21 level. Is very cheap, so and for damage rest, Elemental Focus, Contract Destruction, Fake Affliction, Burning Damage, and Empower. If you don't have this or is expensive, it depends on the link. You can put multiple traps, but its damage is a bit lower. But you will fine with that. Now we have this movement setup. Flame dash, faster casting for smoother cast rate is very nice for avoids attacks and just running. Second wind for additional charge. Also we have free slot unlinked Tempest Shield to get max block spell damage. Also note that if you, of course, you have this on this you have Tempest Shield, Sivering Trap, Ritus Fire, Haste, Val Haste, whatever. But if you have Tempest Shield and you would have for link, you can see, this costs reservation 16% mana. It's okay, I can activate, but if you Tempest Shield with link, Witch Link with second wind, you destroy this because it's costs double, 32%, so you can't use this. So be careful for that. Here we have a setup of Serric Bond for boosting our main totems. Serric Bond, multiple traps, contract destruction for damage, and inspiration for lower cost of this. We can spam without pause or block. And in here we have automation, Molten Shell. Also Molten Shell you can use. It's very nice because it's automate armor, it's free shield, it can be helpful. Also we play Fumbality and Element Weakness, just these two cures. That's all, I think. I was describing all, I think, yeah. Oh, okay, Pantheon. On Pinnacle bosses, determination is not too much important. Maybe spammed mobs, but overtime damage can be very hard, painful. So we play this for 10% reduced damage from TK. Also we have play life. That's this for life flask. For banning button, it's very nice. Also we talking about damage over time on bosses. To defense we have here 10%. And here from Mastery we have another 10%. Of course this is not summary, 10% plus 10%. It's around 20, maybe 18, 19, something like that. But it in summary is still very strong. Okay, we can now just get to a bit showcase. So go to Exarch. You can see. Okay. One moment. Yet one thing. One battle setup is. You spam this totem. And this totem. So we need 5 of Serric Bond and 4 of Scorching Ray. It's very important. Wait, just one tia. Okay. As to kill. Cast Ritus Fire. You can hear just to get curses. You gonna hear totems, other totems. Also spam two curses, Sulfur Flask, and Fire Center is activated, but it's okay. You can try avoid if you want, but if you die, it's not. It doesn't matter. You wait. It's ending. You back. Righteous fire. Avoid running. Dead. That's all. Exarch is the most the fastest and the easiest boss from Pinnacle bosses, I think. So now we have Maven. Oops, not this click. I forgot always. Okay, Maven is the most important on Maven. Is very funny because with that insane damage we have only for the full fight we have just free graffiti well, these orbs from brain, and free memory games. So it's free boss, I think. You can see even fail of all memory games and still you have half of porters. So we get to here, spam. Courses, spam. And we running, just running. You can see is falling to 0 in ridiculous rate. Well, we get 2, brain is landing. We back, spam, relocated totems, and we stay close to edge. It's 5 seconds of brain. Memory game. You spam in other A. You spam totems to get cursors maximum damage. Running, this is easy. First. And running. Wait, warning about these attacks. This gravity well. Back to this. Brain landing. We back. Again, run summon totems. Running. Okay. Memory game will be. Memory game into second memory game is be a bit average. At is still even easy. Okay, I duped this totally. I didn't focus enough. It's not problem. Like we see, damage is ridiculous, so it doesn't matter. Brain landing. Brain is like 5 seconds. So yes, we're running edge, and last phase. Yeah, the most irritating and annoying memory game. The screen is just cluster and a cancer. That's okay. You can try if you want. Okay, I fail. No problem. You back. Wait for lasers when moving up. I get to lasers, of course. Okay, let's try to avoid. Oh, again, okay, I'm doomed. No problem. Like you can see, I have I did full mistakes, and still I got this practically with no problem to dash to portal. You see, I have half of portals, but I dump a fight a lot. So you have like you see in this build you have increased to doing Pinnacle bosses is increased, so it's nice. On the end, I think I guess this build will like you, for you. I got you. I can show you, and successful to beating Pinnacle bosses. Enjoy and see ya.